Hey, what's up, guys? We're back for another video. I know I've been gone for a couple of weeks. I just had to deal with some shit IRL, but we're back to recording videos and I'll be trying to upload every 2 to 3 days. So even when I was gone, I've noticed a lot of comments on my videos asking, is Nova good? Is Bullx good? Which is better? Is Bloom better? The only two I use is I use Axiom Pro for scanning the market and Sniperoo for trading. So I don't know anything about Nova anymore. I haven't used them in ages. So I use Sniperoo and I use Axiom Pro. The reason I use Sniperoo is because it has the lowest fees and the fastest speed. So there's no reason for me to use anything else. And if you look at all my recent videos, I've only been using Sniperoo. So I won't be using any other bot. So if you want the exact same setup as me to save money on fees and have the fastest entries, I'd recommend using Sniperoo. Another question I ask is, how do you get the buy line? I know when you guys set up Sniperoo, when you buy with the bot, it doesn't show on the Axiom Pro charts. So I'll show you what I mean here. So if we go to Pizza Coin, for instance, over here, and this is the instant trading. It's the same as the Axiom Pro trading, but Sniperoo one just looks better. You can click to edit here and you can edit all your amounts here. And up here we have our Axiom balance. So for it to work, let's say we buy in now. You can see here we have the average cost basis. So this will show you on the chart when you bought and when you sold. So if we sell now 100%, it'll show you a red line. Now I understand that a lot of you don't have this. So the way we add this in is when you open up your Sniperoo here, you want to click on this on the little wallet. So I have 10 Sol here. You want to import wallet, import private key, and you want to go here to portfolio and get your Axiom wallet. You need to upload your Axiom wallet into your Sniperoo. So this is my Axiom main. So you just click this here, export private key, and then you import it here. And then you'll have the buy line. The reason you're not getting the buy line on your Axiom chart is because you're not using the Axiom wallet. You have to use the Axiom wallet made on the platform, so you can create a new wallet or import another one. But I'd recommend creating a new wallet and then importing it into Sniperoo, and that way you'll have the buy lines on the charts. So I hope that answers your question. So a lot has changed actually in the market, in the meta and the narratives, so we can talk about that as well now. If we go on transaction settings at the top right, they have the latest Judo tip data. That's why I like Sniper. You just click the little copy button if you want 85 to 95% transaction success, and then you just click save. You go into transaction settings and you change it here. You might notice also that there's no priority fee. That's because Sniper negates that. You don't have to pay a priority fee. You just have to pay the Judo tip. So these are the settings I used. I always use 25% buy slippage and 35% sell slippage. And I usually go for turbo or whale turbo if I'm trying to snipe. So that's the setup here. Now, if we go up to any of these coins, you can actually see if we click on pizza here, we have this built-in little instant trading platform. So you can see here, you can make it bigger, smaller, whatever you like. I like it like this. And we can see we have buy and sell. So I have 10, 25, 50, and 100. And for buys, I usually have this as 1 Sol, 1.25, 1.5, and 2. You can see here you have your presets and the wallet you're using, which is Axiom. Now, if you want to change any of this, you can just click edit here and you can change all your buy amounts. And it also shows how much you're holding and what the positions are, how many positions you have. So this is the instant trading, but if you click up here, and let's say you turn this off, you click this is how it's going to look like. But if you want, you can just click this button right here and it'll put it into your sidebar, and this will follow you anywhere you go. So if we go to their official website, it'll follow it here, and basically this will follow you on Twitter, Discord, anywhere. This will always be there, so you'll always have instant access to trading. Now we can go over this as well. You can either use the instant trading here, or you can paste the token into here and it'll populate everything. So you can see here we have the address, the price, the market cap, total supply, and the token type. You can see that the mint is none, freeze is none, and there's no transfer fees. It also has a built-in risk analysis which says good here, and you can see the penalty points if there is higher penalty points. We can also check this token on Bird Eye, GMGN, Trenchbot, Dex Screener, or Bullx, and it also shows the transfer fees. As you can see, there's current and previous. So if the token can be edited, you can actually go on previous to see that they had 3% sell tax, and the current is now it's 8% sell tax. So that's another good thing that Sniperoo does. And this is the one tap buy buttons, which is the same as this if you don't want to use the intra trading platform, but I would recommend to use this as it's much better. So let's talk about the meta now. So basically, if you look at, there was a coin called Launch Idea, or Idea Launch, I believe, Idea Launch. Let me just check into my portfolio spot, and we go here. This is actually one of my wallets. I'm down 700 euro. So if we just go to, let's say this 3122, and we go onto their Twitter. So this was a coin that's currently gone now. Actually, it's called Idea. It was Idea on chain. So basically what happened there is that they launched a token that you can launch tokens on, and they just kept farming tokens off that platform. So if we're looking at a token here, let's say we're scanning here on the right, we have migrated. I like to trade either final stretch or new tokens, and I combine this with my wallet tracker here. So if we have my wallet tracker, it's actually just here like this on Axiom when you click wallet tracker, but I usually like to put it on the right here, so it's built into my browser like that. So you want to track your wallets. So these are all the people I track. It builds confluence. So basically, if I buy in and then I see a lot of these are big traders. If they buy into that token, it actually solidifies my thinking on why I got into it, and it makes it more bullish. So when we're looking at this wallet tracker, let's say we go here, wallet tracker live trades, and we look at things. So see Casino bought into Clay. So we click on Clay, and then we do our research on why he bought into it, and is he bundling, is he trying to scam, or what's he's doing. So we can see here that this token actually launched at a very relatively normal market cap, 5k. It's skyrocketed up all the way up to the all-time high was at 144k. We have to do our research on X as well. So we just check X here, and we can see that this is, fuck it, here we go. What if Solana was a Clay logo? So this is basically, a lot of the coins launch off a tweet. So if a big person tweets, there will be a coin created, and that's how the volume gets created. So if you look here, you can check this guy. This guy has 6k followers. He's not that big, but the Clay logo actually looks good. That's why this went up to clayification, and that's why it went to 144k. Another way I like to trade is actually, we'll go into one of these coins here. We want to check before we actually trade anything that there's no bundlers, snipers, or the dev is holding a lot. So as you can see here, these are all, this is why Axiom is a really good platform. It shows you here that the top 10 holders 38%, dev is holding 8%, Sniperoo is holding 8%, sorry, snipers are holding 8%, and insiders hold 28%. So we don't want to enter anything that has a lot of red flags. We actually want something that's relatively all green like this, except this has 70% insider, so that's bad. So we can actually do a live trade here. We can see if we can scan something. I also like to scalp as well, which is getting in early and getting out early. So if we just go into any of these, let's say this one, for instance, I would wait if dev sold and get in after dev sells, because usually when the dev sells, that's when all the volume starts kicking in, because no one wants to buy in if the dev is still holding. So as you can see, that one's pretty dead. We need to look at something that has a lot of narrative or looks good. So half of these look like dog shit, so we're not going to trade any of these, but we want to look something that's good. And if we have no ideas, we can just open this and just see what other people are buying and why they're buying it. So first meme on Google Maps, that's been done already. So the more you trade, actually, the more you realize which of these have been like remade already, because you want to buy new narratives and new meta. You don't really want to buy something that's been made like 3 months ago. So yeah, you want to keep an eye on that. Another thing that Axiom shows really well is this little icon here. This means that they've changed their username twice. If that's orange and 2, they change their username type. So they might be just rugging, just keep relaunching coins and changing their X username. If you scroll down, you might find even more orange ones. They actually stopped doing it because people caught on to it. This has 3, as you can see. They changed his name 3 times, but you get the idea. So when it comes to trading, like I'm not gonna lie to you, it is a form of educated gambling. Like, you can't predict which coin's gonna pop off unless you have a big following behind you and there's a lot of people copy trading you. So if you buy into something, a lot of copy traders will get in and they'll pump the volume, and in return they'll actually pump the price of the coin as well. But that's what a lot of big streamers are doing. Like Cupsy, for instance, he has a lot of copy traders. So even if he buys into a coin with 7k market cap, all his copy traders will launch that coin to 20k market cap, and then he will just sell and make a lot of profit. So you'd be sitting here for, let's say, 6 hours a day and just looking for things to buy. Do not rush into this. If this isn't like you have to get money within 2 hours, like even if you trade only twice in 8 hours and you make like $400, that's good. Don't buy into all this new pairs. Most of these, like 99% of these, are all scams. So you need to be patient when you're trading. Don't actually just go into it and buy into random these coins. Like, let's say I want to buy this Unicoup. You're going to buy in and the dev is going to sell. Because if you look at the holdings, you can see here he's holding 5%. So as soon as you buy in, he's just going to dump the price. So you need to do your research when you're trading. And that's why Axiom Pro and Sniperoo is such a good combo, because Sniperoo offers you everything you need to find a good coin, and Sniperoo executes that coin because you can get in and out fast with Sniperoo with super low fees. So that's why I have this combo, and that's why I'm always going to use this combo. I'm not going to use any other trading bot. So yeah, that's basically it. That's all I wanted to cover in this video. In the next video, I'm going to cover GMGN as well. A lot of people are asking how to use Sniperoo with GMGN, so I'm going to cover that as well. GMGN is a good platform, but I just think Axiom Pro is way better. So if you do use GMGN, you still can make money, but Axiom Pro shows a lot more information on the screen that you actually need to see over GMGN. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, if you have any questions, if you want me to cover a specific topic, let me know. I'll actually cover that topic. And I also have to release that Q&A video on the questions you guys asked, and I'll be answering all those questions. So yeah, thanks.